The Mini-14, a weapon designed off of the M14 that is a little bit smaller and shoots a smaller caliber round. If you were asking me if I could do a build for this specific weapon, so I've been playing with it extensively over the past few days, and I came up with this. So we're going to start off with the barrel here. There's only one option, so the Mini-14 enhanced barrel. You're losing some hipfire accuracy, but honestly, I haven't been hipfiring this weapon a whole lot, so you go ahead and install that. And then I calibrated this barrel to the tune of plus 10 millimeters to give me increased muzzle velocity for when I need to shoot people at further ranges. For the muzzle attachment, so I'm kind of torn on which one I prefer the most, so I played with the silent suppressor that gives you increased control, reduced handling, reduced stability, but it increases your range and muzzle velocity, high gunshot suppression, and it reduces the minimap visibility when firing by a lot. I was having a lot of fun with this, but I also really like the Sandstorm vertical compensator because you get that vertical firing camera stability increase. The camera shakes a lot less when you're firing, and this weapon pretty much shoots as fast as you can click. It doesn't have the full auto version that the M14 offers, but it can shoot super fast. So if you're having trouble keeping the picture on the enemies you're firing at, maybe this would be a better option. But the silent suppressor is also very good. I was having fun with both of them, which is why I'm mentioning both of them in the video. So for this build, I'm just going to put the silent suppressor on here, but I'll leave the share code for each build with the different compensator or suppressor in the description down below, as well in the top pinned comment. Moving on to the handguard, so you have a few different options here. I went with the one that gives you the most new slots here. So as you can see, this one you have 2 rails, a foregrip, and a stock. This one you only have 2 rails, a foregrip, and then you have this one which is a stock, a foregrip, 2 rails, and a rail bipod if you really want to have the bipod on there. And I think the weapon just looks nicer with this one. So I went ahead and installed that. For the mag, I chose to go with the 30 rounder. I usually don't go with the biggest mags that the weapon offers, but 20 rounds doesn't seem like enough for this weapon. It does do decent enough damage, but yeah, that 30 round mag makes a big difference. And then obviously the small mag assist in black for this one. For the stock, so I went with the shadow rail stock. So you're getting increased control here, increased handling, a little penalty for stability. For the optics, so I chose to go with the hammer combined scope. There are a ton of options you could do here. You could pick just an optic that has a zoom on and then put a canted sight, but I really like the look of the hammer on this specific weapon. And then I calibrated this to the tune of 0.25x increase in zoom. Unfortunately, you can't calibrate the top sight here. You can only calibrate the actual scope itself. So I went with 0.25. For the foregrip, for this one, I went with the X25U angled combat grip. So I'm getting a lot more recoil control, and you're getting a little bit of an increase in accuracy for small penalty in handling and a small penalty in stability, which honestly, I haven't felt like it's much of the end of the world for these 2 penalties. Handling, of course, you're going to be sighting in slower, but I've just been doing awesome with this specific build of the weapon. I didn't choose to calibrate the foregrip in this case. For the right and left rail, I just chose to go with the DD Python handguard, which increases your handling a little bit, so it's going to negate some of those downsides that you have for the handling. And if you do choose to go with the Sandstorm vertical compensator as opposed to the suppressor, you're gaining a lot of that handling back at the cost of some range, and of course you don't get the benefits of the suppressor, which is reducing your mini-map visibility when you're actually firing. But that is the Mini-14 build that I have for you today. It is really fun to use. Again, you can pretty much shoot as fast as you can click, and people don't expect you to be doing so much damage. And then just having that, in this case, 3.75x hammer on top allows you to get those longer range kills. And honestly, this weapon has like 0 recoil. So if we look at the details here, go details, then control, you can see there's no horizontal recoil, and it is super easy to manage. The level required to actually use this build is level 57, at which point you unlock the shadow rail stock, but you can really easily swap that out for something else until you get to that level. It is a super fun weapon to use, and I'm glad somebody in the comment section actually asked me to make a build for this, because I've been having a ton of fun with the Mini-14, and I hope you will as well with this build. Let me know what you would have changed for the Mini-14 build, what weapon I should be working on next. In any case, that'll be it for today's video. Let me know what you thought of it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.